Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Back in the NFL for the first time since 2016, it's Colin Kaepernick.
It's so difficult to prepare and try to defend Colin Kaepernick, and not just because of the physical skills that are always on display, whether it's throwing the ball downfield or running with the ball as well. But how about the leadership he exhibits, how his team will follow him, the smarts he has in playing the game, and, of course, the overall toughness. You can't run the football the way that he does without being a guy who's willing to take a hit.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 78 yards. Kaepernick to throw on second down. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game?
Well, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by the former Viking first round, Trey Waynes. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. And they'll be led out by a second-round pick back in April out of Oklahoma by way of Alabama. It's Jalen Hurts.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. And the Vikings pick up the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Travis Kelsey. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle.
Complete to Travis Kelsey. A gain of 4 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Hurts. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
Hurts pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Robinson.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
On the carry.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And great field possession coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tranquil. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Tennessee score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37.
Henry Anderson on the stop.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Second and inches.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Tackle made.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 33.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
First and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nelson Aguilar. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And he's got it up and through. That time a 9-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive.
Drew Tranquill. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss swing. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. First down there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. They lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Kaepernick now on first down. And incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
It's complete left side to Aguilar. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
10 and the 11.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Kaepernick again. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, it's Kaepernick. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in week 3 of the new year. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Drew Brees has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 24-10 was your final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
The ball carrier.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Evans. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jones. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Hurts throws it. And he'll only get this to about the 45. Well short of the line to gain. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick 47. This one looks good as well.
Tyler locked it on the return. The Vikings take over.
So here are the Vikings to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down. And
now Kaepernick. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the rookie from Bama, Trayvon Diggs.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And now out comes Minnesota. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Mixon on the carry. Danny Trevathan on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
on first down. Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
Joe Mixon.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and...
Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. To Mixon on the check down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now the snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Vikings 17. Titans 14.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down.
Jones getting in there to bring him to the ground.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hurts.
And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing is Hurts.
Buying time to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Kerr in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down, here's Kaepernick. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
5 yards remain on second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. His short throw caught by Goddard.
Kaepernick.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
3rd down and
working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To Thrupernick. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The tackle by
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. So let's check on the call. Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Kaepernick. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Titans down on the scoreboard. Less than 90 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here, as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Complete. Jefferson the target. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Hurts pass. Today,
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.